Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope and believe that we are all well. Today we are going to have a nice meeting, and I hope and believe that we can all be able to pick up the lessons so that we can see how best we can take our business to the next level. So our topic today is mainly about approach. When we are talking about approach, which happens to be one of the, I think, one of the most important skills that we also need to be able to acquire and learn. But also, most importantly, approach is also one of the things that determines how you approach someone, determines whether they will give you their contact, whether they can give you an appointment, whether they can be able to join the business, whether they will be able to buy the product. So everything is mainly dependent on how do we approach people, how do we speak to people, how do we present ourselves to people. Now, this also happens to be one of the biggest challenges that our distributors are actually facing, especially new distributors. Usually, our new distributors will all start when they are very excited, they want to make money. Most of the distributors will start and probably they have 200, 300 contacts in their phones. Some of them even have 1,000, depending on what they do. So many people will always have very many contacts. We love to call it natural market. So whenever someone new comes into our business, they come with what we call natural market. But now with this natural market, how these new distributors approach this new natural market is dependent on it actually determines if they are going to succeed very fast in the business, if they are going to get a customer in the first 1 to 3 months, if they are going to get a sign up in the first 3 months, which also determines if they are going to actually hang around and stay around in the business. While I was meeting with Drew, we had a one-on-one meeting, and one of the things he was saying that according to research, that usually if a new distributor doesn't see any money or doesn't sign up anyone or doesn't make a step to manager or senior manager in the first 1 to 3 months, the chances of them staying in the business are really, really minimal. And then we looked into the responsibility curve, and we were talking about things like when a new distributor starts in the business, they are entirely and totally dependent on you, the sponsor. They're entirely dependent on us as their upline directors and their upline world members, because some of their sponsors, sometimes they also don't have the experience good enough to be able to help and support them to grow into the business. Now, this would simply mean that when new people join in the business, I'll use an example of Dennis. I see Dennis sponsored 2 people, one yesterday and one today. Now, what is Dennis's responsibility towards on how they are going to, on how him and these new downlines are going to approach the new distributor's natural market? Now, one of the things that Dennis actually needs to do is to basically teach this new distributor on how to present themselves, on how to make a phone call, on how to be able to actually to what to say and what not to say, you know? Dentists need to teach this distributor on how do you make the appointment. When you make a phone call, how do you make the appointment? Otherwise, if these new distributors are not guided, they actually get negatized. They spoil the market. They spoil their natural market. And by the time you come to speak to these people, guess what? They've all been spoiled and we cannot achieve anything with them. You know? I remember one of the distributors as I was working with who was so quick to actually speak to their people. The first phone call they made with their person that they had a lot of hopes to get started. The first question they asked them was like, wait a minute, the whole of you've been able to join those things, smile those things of Forever Living, Tianche, Dynafarm, SwissGuard, GNLD. How can you actually, how can you degrade yourself by joining such kind of things? Now you can imagine a prospect telling a new distributor such kind of a statement. Now, I do believe that if this new distributor had been guided on how to do things, probably he would have not gotten such kind of response. So I think it is very, very important when these new distributors join our business. The first thing we tell them, number one, start using the products. Start using the products so that you get some experience about these products, so that you get your own personal testimony. Then number two, we should tell them a new distributor has started. We have number one, we have told them to start using the product. And then number two, we tell them to create a list of names. And then number three, we tell them, we sit with them and we call together these people. Or in case you are not in a position to sit with them, I think it should also be part of the business orientation. When a new distributor has been able to start, they need to be guided. That's okay. So now that you've joined, we are into business. We are into networking. We are paid for building a network of people using the products. So as you start on building your network of people using products, how are you going to approach your people? Now, first and foremost, when you call these people for an appointment or when you are going to speak to these people, do not mention company names. Because here, you're here to sell the product. You're here to sell a solution to a problem that someone has. You're not here to sell the company. So, for example, if I was to call a friend, if I was going to call a friend who I know is actually a farmer, I am going to call this friend and say, hi, Mr. George, how are you? I understand you're doing farming. Currently, I am running a program whereby I am working with farmers. My goal is to help them to increase their yields or to double their yields, to help them overcome the challenges they meet during their farming projects. Now, look at that way of approach. I have not mentioned the product. I have not mentioned the company name. I have just told this farmer, hello, Mr. George. I understand you're into farming. I am running a project whereby I am working with farmers, and our mission is to help them to increase their yields by up to 167%. And also to help them to overcome the challenges that they are meeting during their projects. Problems like seasonal changes, problems like poor yields, problems like expensive agro-input chemicals, problems like depleted soils. So in the end, I am completely not mentioning a company name. I am not mentioning a product. Now, why am I approaching George, a farmer, in that manner? I am approaching George in that manner without talking about the company, without talking about the products, because people are tired. People are tired of companies. People are tired. People don't like salesmen. People don't like salespeople. Why don't they like salespeople? Because they think when they look at a salesperson, they think this person's interest is getting money, is squeezing money out of me. And then I am not even sure about what they are going to sell to me, whether it is going to work or not. You get it? Now, when we are approaching people, and like I said, approach is one of the most important skills that we all need to learn. It's one of the most important skills that we need to teach our distributors. Now, from my own experience, every time I look like a salesman, it is always a closed door. Every single time I look like I have a product I want to sell to you, you will actually, you put a block. Now, every single time I look like I want to recruit you into a company, because I mean, today you will approach someone, and you find that this same person that you're approaching to get into the business, he is probably being prospected by 5 different companies, and all of them are saying, you come this way, this company is better. Come this way, this company is better. Mine is better. Mine is hot. Mine has a good marketing, plan. So at the end, the prospect is in the middle of 5 companies and is confused and is wondering, what should I join? What should I not join? So as we are approaching people, to speak to them about our products, to speak to them about our business, we need to be very intelligent. We need to be very clever. We need to be very professional. We need to approach them in a way that they will not say no. For example, one of the people in my name list has pressure, and I know that they have pressure. I will give them a call. Hi, George, how are you? I understand you're being disturbed by pressure. I think I found a solution for you. Can we please meet and we talk about it? I have some information that may be of help to you. Can you imagine? Will he say no? First, I'm not looking like a salesperson. I am only calling because I've actually found something that can be able to help him. Now, that is how I would do it when it comes to products. Hello, John. I understand you're a farmer. I have some information that can be of help to you. Hello, John. I know you're into farming, and currently I am working with the farmers, and the organization I'm working with, our goal is to actually help farmers to improve, to provide them information, to train them, to equip them, to help them to be able to maximize their yields and be able to overcome the challenges that they meet. Honestly, now, when you look at the way I am talking or the way I am actually making my phone call, I am tackling a problem. I am tackling a challenge. And I'm showing them that I have a solution. Now, if we are going to win over these appointments, if we are going to win over clients, or if we are going to win over distributors to join our business, our way of approach, we should be able to find a way to identify a challenge that they might be facing at that time. And then after identifying the challenge they might be having, we put it straight in their face. And after putting it straight in their face, we show them that we actually are here to help. We actually have a solution to that challenge that they are going through. And then we request for an appointment. Now, am I going to beg them? No. You cannot have, I can't have a problem and you have a solution that you want to offer me towards my problem, and then you are the same person who is calling me and saying, hello, are you going to come? You said we can miss tomorrow. Is it okay to miss tomorrow? This information is going to help you. So when we are approaching people and we're inviting people, we should approach them and invite them with pride. We should be very confident about what we are offering them, because in the end, it is us who are trying to help them. Now, as we are looking forward, like I've told you, when we are approaching people to speak to them about what we have, what we offer, let us look at approaching them from a point of, they have a problem, we have a solution. We are ready to help them. We are ready to support them. But every single time you call someone and say, hello, Dennis, how are you? I have a product called Tree, and then it is very good. When you use it, it is going to help you to stay strong, vibrant, and energetic. You need to try it out. Yes, you can make a few sales. But that way of approach, it is an amateur way of approach of doing things. Now, in whatever we are doing, we need to be professionals. We need to be professional in a way how we are doing our marketing, in a way how we are doing our branding, in a way how we are doing our business. We need to be professionals. And like I've said, every time you look like a salesperson, you have a little lost it. So if you call someone and said, if you call farmers and said, look, I have a product called Super Grow. If you use it, it is going to help you. Well, you can be lucky you can make a sale, or probably you can be lucky that I have heard about the product before, I have used it before, I know it, and I've been looking for where to buy it from. And then you, boom, you're lucky, you make your sale. But when you look at it from the professional perspective of someone who wants to build a serious business, then you must go professional. Now, I learned how to make appointments with Charlie Burton. Charlie Burton is the most successful distributor in near life with the biggest network. I learned the way how he makes appointments towards business. He said, hello, John, how are you? I am doing a business. It is something that you can do part-time for part-time income. Can we meet and talk about it? Are you interested? What business is it all about? No, you have not answered my question. My question is, are you interested? Yes, I am interested. Can we meet tomorrow at midday and talk about it? Can you give me a clue? No. We will talk about all the details when we get to meet tomorrow. You see? That's how professionals do it. You don't talk about the company. You don't do a presentation on phone. You don't do, you call for an appointment. Meet this person physically and then be able to speak to them about the business. And when you are speaking to them about the business, you are speaking to them from a professional perspective. You're doing a presentation. You're showing them a business that can actually be able, that they can do part-time for part-time income. But now, every single time you are a distributor, and you're calling your friends. Hello, Jen, I have joined a business. The business is called Neo Life. My friend, you should come and we join. It's a good business. We can change our lives. We can make money. Oh, you might be lucky and get one person. But if you're looking into doing a great business, then you are going to have to do it the right way. And the right way is you don't mention company names, you don't talk about joining, you don't talk about anything. Just call a person and say, hi, Daphne, how are you? Do you have some time to talk? I have a business that I want to discuss with you. It is something you can do part-time for part-time income. Can we meet and talk about it? What is it all about? That is why I have called, so that we can meet and we talk about it. If they're interested in changing their lives, if they are tired of where they are, they will give you audience. And by the way, do not feel bad when you invite someone and they don't come. Do not feel bad when you are trying to help someone and they refuse. Now, this is the mentality I have. I have money that I want to give to you. You have a problem of money, and I want to give you money. When you say no, who loses? It is you that loses. I don't lose when you say no. So that is why when someone says no, when you invite someone and they say no, you should not feel bad about it. You shouldn't be bothered. You shouldn't do anything. Just say, okay, I just thought I could actually be of help to you. But if you're saying no, it is okay. Whenever you're ready, I hope I will still be having the opportunity for you. Okay? So that is how we do it. So how about if I have someone in, I am here and someone is in Gulu. They can't come and I cannot go there. But then I want them to join. How am I going to do it? Hi, Angela, how are you? How is Tororo? How is everything doing? How is work? How is your family? Now, I have started a business. It is a business that you can run part-time for part-time income. It is something that I would wish for us to do together. Now, I am going to send you some information on WhatsApp. Watch it. If you feel interested, let's talk about it. Call me, let's talk about it. Or let's do a WhatsApp conference call with my supervisor so that we can be able to help you understand. I feel it is something that can be able to change your life. That is if someone is actually out of Kampala, or even someone can be in Kampala, they probably you think they have the potential to do the business, but then they don't have the time to come. You can still give them a call, tell them that you have seen a business that you would want to speak to them about, that you feel can be able to change their lives. Ask them if they're interested. Ask them if they can make time for a WhatsApp conference call, or for if they can be able to attend a Zoom meeting. Because nowadays everything is almost online, everything. And that is why we have a YouTube channel, by the way. Our YouTube channel has all the success stories. It has business presentations. It has product testimonies. It has super growth testimonies. It has everything. That is why every single day we are generating content. Every single day we are generating content that you can be able to use on social media. Every single day we are collecting testimonies to share with you on the platforms so that you can also be able to share with other people and see how to be able to get them on board. So as we also move on, because nowadays also people tend to seem to be so busy, but as we move on, you might also want to learn how do you do presentations on phone. Hi, Dennis, how are you? I have seen a business that you can do part-time for part-time income. It is something that I do believe in that can be able to change your life. I am going to share with you a link. We have a Zoom meeting today night. I want you to log in and listen. Then we can discuss after. Or I am going to send you some information. Listen to it. When it makes sense, let's do a WhatsApp call, or let's do a conference call, or let's do a call so that we can do it. We can see how best to work together. Does it make sense? Approach. Let us approach people in a way that they have a challenge, we have a solution, and we want to help them. If we approach them in that manner, we will always win. You won't win all the time, but you will win a lot. And the moment you keep on doing this, you keep on getting better and better and better. But when you approach people from the perspective, from the angle of, I have a product that I need you to buy, it is going to be difficult. Very difficult. You will make a few sales, probably from people who already have used the products before and have been looking for them. But if you're looking at building a great business, then you are going to learn how to brand yourself, to market yourself, to promote yourself, to package yourself so that you look so attractive, so that people will want to follow you, or people will want to know what you do. Now, if you notice, for, I think now we're coming for the whole of this week, we've been making flyers. We've been making flyers that only have like the diabetes pack, the fibroids elimination pack, the ulcers pack, with a bone and joint pack, the feel better, look better pack. If you notice on all our WhatsApp groups, we've been making flyers that don't, number one, they don't have the New Life logo. Number two, they don't have products. So we are trying to see how best can we approach people in a better way so that we can be able to win them over. So we are trying to see how, as we are approaching people, we approach them, we attack the problem. Because the truth of the matter is, there are a lot of problems out there. The health challenges. I always love telling people that we are at a rate whereby from the age of 40 onward, out of every 10 people you speak to, 8 of them are already sick. They already have a problem. Now, just imagine, you have a lady friend who has fibroids, and then they see you post something talking about the fibroids elimination pack. Do you think they're going to keep quiet? Of course not. Of course not. If 10 people viewed your status, and on your status you're talking about the ulcer package, the ulcer elimination pack, and those 10 people all have ulcers, trust me, they will come to your inbox. They will come to your inbox. But when you post a product, people will think, this one is just after making what? Making a sale. But when you post a problem that they have, the fertility pack, and someone has been looking for pregnancy, and pregnancy has done what? Has completely failed. And now they are seeing you saying the pregnancy kit, the pregnancy pack, the expectant mothers pack. If I have children and I've been having issues with my children in and out of hospital, and you're talking about the healthy child pack, I am going to come to your inbox because you have tackled the problem that I have. So this is what we are going to be doing. We are going to be collecting testimonies. The other thing that sells most, the other thing that makes people want to buy products a lot is to hear that I had ulcers for 20 years. I'd even gotten to a level whereby I needed to be operated. I was defecating blood. I was vomiting blood. But because I used the ulcers pack, I am now completely okay. Trust me, if you have ulcers, you will hit my inbox. You will hit my inbox. So we are going to collect testimonies. We are going to collect testimonies. So when you're posting on your status, you're going to post the fibroid elimination pack. And after you have put that on your status, follow it up, not with a product. No, because then you just look like you want to sell. Don't follow it up with a product. If you put on your status, you put the fibroid elimination pack, the next 3 posts on your status are going to be, hello, my name is so-and-so. I was disturbed with fibroids. In fact, I had been scheduled for an operation. Not until when a friend of mine spoke to me about the fibroids elimination pack. When I went back to do review, my doctor told me, I don't know what you did, but your fibroids disappeared. You don't need an operation anymore. So if I posted the fibroids elimination pack, my next post is that testimony, and then another testimony, and then another testimony. Trust me, I will hit your inbox. I will hit your inbox. You have a problem, we have a solution, and the solution has already worked. Here are the testimonies. Trust me, with that kind of approach, you will make sales. As long as you're posting on your statuses every single day, as long as you find ways on social media, on Instagram, on Facebook, on WhatsApp, on all these WhatsApp groups, trust me. Because when you approach people, when you do this kind of approach, now you are going to be remaining with only one challenge. The one challenge is to building your audience. To make sure that you have like 200,000 people that every single time you post the fibroids elimination pack, these 200,000 people are able to view the fibroids elimination pack. When you post a testimony, someone is able to view the testimony and then come to your inbox. So, approach. We identify the problem. We let them know that we have the solution. And then we back it up with testimonies. You have financial problems. We have a business we are offering. And then we back it up with what? With testimonies. When we approach people in that manner, remember with this approach, we are not talking about the company. We are not talking about products. People are tired of buying things and things don't work. The only thing that people are bothered with, the only thing that people want to know, the only thing that people want to hear is that I have fibroids, someone else had fibroids, they used the fibroids elimination pack and they cleared. That is all people want to know. That is all people want to hear. I have a problem. you have a solution, and this solution can be able to help me. That is all what people want to hear. That is what people want to hear. So this whole entire posting of products, approaching our potential customers with products, well, you might be lucky, but the truth is, if you want to build a serious big business, then the rightful way of approach is hit the problem, identify the problem, let them know you have a solution, back it up with testimonies. With that way of approach, we are good to go. Now, does this mean that you're not going to speak to people about the products? Of course, we need to speak to people about the products. And that's what I was telling you. Approach is very key. And by the way you approach me is not the way you approach Evelyn. It is not the way you approach Elena. It's not the way you approach Catherine. It is not the way you approach Levi. Every single person needs to be approached in a different way. Every single person needs to be approached in a different way. That is why you need to do a lot of training so that you get knowledge and you get it. And then you do a lot of work so that you get experience and skills. Now, back to the question, does this mean with this way of approach of identifying a problem, letting them know we have a solution, backing it up with a testimony, does it mean that we are not going to speak to them about the products? Of course not. We will speak to them about the products at some point. We will speak to them about the products. Because remember, when someone now buys the pack, we need to follow them up. We need to follow them up. We need to make sure that they get results for what they paid. Then after they have been able to get results, we need to collect that testimony. Because that testimony, when we collect it, that testimony is going to help us to create more market out there. And then when this person is now using the products, now this is when we start educating them about the products. This is when we start sending to them information about the products. We educate them. We let them, they learn why it is important to supplement. They know what is TNN, what does TNN do, how does it help the cells, why do they need the TNN once every 3 months, you know? So the way how you approach a new person, and then you turn them into a buyer. And now you're trying to educate them to turn them from being a buyer to being a what? A customer. So there are stages. This is a prospect. They have a problem. How can we help them? How can we convince them? We convince them through the testimonies. And then they now have bought the product. How do we turn them from being a buyer to being a customer? All those are stages. All those are stages. All those are stages. So, approach. Approach is very, very, very key. It is a skill that all of us need to learn and need to acquire. Remember, have it at the back of your mind. What wins a customer is they have a challenge which you have identified, and then you have shown them that you have a solution, and then you need to show them that the solution you have actually works, and it has worked for very many people through testimonies. So we are going to be collecting as many testimonies as possible. Please, and if you're there, every single time when you find a hot story, please record it, post it on our group. Let us be able to use it to motivate and inspire and win over many other customers. It is the testimonies that actually convince people to join the business. It is the testimonies that actually convince people to buy. Someone wants to hear, these things I am going to swallow, do they work? Have they worked for anyone? A farmer wants to hear that someone's yields increased up to 180%, up to 167%. A farmer wants to hear that with these seasonal changes, with these seasonal problems, they can be solved by the wonder drop. So testimonies. Every single time you have a burning testimony, please record it, forward it on the platform so that we can be able to use it to motivate and encourage many other people. So ladies and gentlemen, we will keep learning more and more about our approach. How do we approach people? And then there is another animal called fear. There is another animal called fear. Sometimes we tend to approach one person and then one person gives us a very, very, very bad feedback. And because they give us a very bad feedback, we end up developing fear to approach the next what? The next people. We need to see, how do we overcome fear? How do we overcome fear? How do we overcome fear? I think that will be a topic for another day, on how to overcome obstacles, how to overcome fear, how to overcome rejections. That will be topic for another day, because I know one of the biggest challenges is what? It's fear. Fear. By the way, now let me tell you about this approach. Sometimes you can have a contact in your phone, but then you fear calling them to speak to them about the products. Do you know what you do? It is very simple. Get information, forward it to them. As simple as that. You have this person in your phone. He's a farmer. You know he's a very serious farmer. But you fear calling them. You fear speaking to them about the product. Or even probably, even when you call them, they don't pick. It's very simple. With this information that we're providing you, find information that you think can inspire them. Send it to them. And wait for their call. I have a contact of a big person in my phone. And I have called him like 5 times. The guy doesn't want to pick. So what am I going to do? I am going to select out information that I know when he reads, he's going to look for me. And I will forward it to them. I will put it on their WhatsApp. I will send them a message, and I will keep on posting. I will keep on sending a note until they call me. Persistence, resilience. So if you have prospects in your phone and you fear calling them, it's very simple. All you do, whenever we post something that you think can inspire them, just forward it to them. Whenever we post something that you feel can work for them, just forward it to them. I have people that, to be honest, even me personally, I have people that I fear to approach. And what do? Exactly what I've told you. I just send them messages. I just send them WhatsApp videos. I just send them WhatsApp recordings. And in most cases, I monitor. I see that they have read. I see they have watched, but they don't get back to me. So I will keep on posting and posting until one day I am able to actually get their attention. So ladies and gentlemen, our topic has been approach, because approach is one of the most important things. So I think your take home should be, as you're approaching people, let it be identify the problem you would want to address, show them we have a solution, back it up with testimonies. As simple as that. Let us stop fronting products. You will make a few sales, but professionally, if you want to grow big, then you need to handle it from that perspective. So thank you so much. Thank you for listening to me. We'll keep on brainstorming more and sharing more so that we can be able to see how we can be able to grow and prosper in our business. Thank you so much and have a blessed evening.